so we have to update the software. So let's go home and let's head back to the office where we get some Wi-Fi and we're gonna update the software. And then maybe we'll go out and actually fly the drone, you guys. All right, I'll see you at home. All right, you guys, so we are back in the office and we're about to go ahead and just update the firmware on the Mavic Air 2. Yo, DJI, if you do see this video, if you're watching this video, man, send me out a new controller. The right panel's all jacked up. I can't pan to the left, I can't pan to the right. Yo, you guys are f***ing up my videos. Hey, what's going on, creatives? In this video, we're gonna talk about trusting your gear. Yo, you've already spent money on your gear, so you might as well trust the gear and not always the user. All right, guys, a couple weeks back, I went out to, it was Neenah, California. It was about 260th Street West, so it's pretty far, especially when I'm on the east side, over here off of 47th Street East. It was about an hour drive to get there. I do like to do my hiking, so I decided to pull over, and yeah, that was, probably shouldn't have pulled over, you guys, but I wanted to get out and create. I've seen some cool little areas, some buttes. It was like a small little mountain butte area, no houses anywhere. I just wanted to hike up there, fly the drone. Yo, it was super windy. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it. Plus, my battery was already, I think it was like only 15 minutes left, so I was playing with fire. It's kind of story of my life though. Yo, the wind was terrible. It was probably a huge reason why I should have not gone out and flying the drone, but I went out anyways. The wind was terrible. It actually told me on the app, hey, high wind alert, and then it wanted to automatically land because my battery was so low, but it was only like 10 minutes, so I had enough time to fly back to where I was. I had it on tripod mode, so it's actually pretty slow. What I should have done was put it on to sport to hurry up and get it back to me. Okay, so that was the reason why I failed that day. I did not trust my gear. Yo, we spent a good amount of money on these drone. Mine retailed about $800, around, let's say $1,000. $1,000 isn't easy to come up with right away or come by. So $1,000 is still a lot of money, especially for something like this and something that you can lose just by playing with. Yo, you guys, we gotta trust the gear. Bobby, trust the gear, okay? This right here wanted to land because the battery, and it would have told me where it landed. It also told me about the high winds, which should have warned me, hey, don't go flying. It's pretty crazy, bring it back home. Now, one thing is, I wouldn't have landed it where it was because I had no idea where it was, okay? And I didn't know about the secret sauce, which is the app. But before we get there, what I should have done is switch it over to sport mode and flew it right back to me as fast as possible because it still had about 10 minutes of battery. Instead, I had it on tripod. And against the wind, yo, that wasn't good. I should have never done that. Okay, but now I know. Yo, you guys, I lost my fucking drone. Yo, I lost it. I looked. It was already dark and it was nowhere to be found. Yo, it was like 40 degrees outside and I just left it there. Now in my mind, this entire time I went home, it was really hard to sleep because I couldn't believe I went out and just to shoot content, just because. I had no purpose for it, but I went out and shot it, and in result of that, I somehow lost my drone, which I needed. And it had the footage that I just finished shooting at the real estate listing out of Neenah. The whole purpose I was out there in that area was to shoot the home, and I no longer had the footage because I lost the drone. So right there, ultimate L. So how did I find the drone? How did I get any type of peace of mind? The Find My Drone feature in the DJI app was the lifesaver. It recorded the last area, you know, it went into the actual GPS and showed me the mile marker, everything of where the last footage was recorded. It did help out a lot. Now, I really wanted to go back that night and actually look for it, but there's no way. I mean, I seen coyotes there, there's probably snakes there. It was way out in the west side. There was nothing out there. We're not going out there at 30 degrees. It's freezing. So I had to actually fall asleep, get through the night, get up in the morning. I still didn't know if I was gonna find it, but I was just praying. My wife and I headed back over to 170th West. At this point, we're following the actual GPS to get to the location on the Find My Drone feature. And we're looking. It's windy, you guys. You know when it's super windy and you can't hear much and your eyes are just watering because it's windy? Yo, it just wasn't our day. But as we're leaving, I see this part, you guys. This little part just sticking out. All I gotta say is thank you, Jesus. Babe, it's cold as fuck, huh? Yo, I flew my drone last night after I told myself I wasn't gonna stop and do any content. I flew my fucking drone to get to that mountain. And it went crazy, it died, and it's been here since last night. But I fucking found it. All my footage from the house I shot, everything is good. We found it right before we left. And it was frozen, not like actually frozen, but it was cold. And I took it home, charged the battery, and we put the SD card in the computer, and it worked. Everything worked. Everything is still good except for the stupid pan. So DJ, do me a favor, send me out a controller or a brand new Mavic Air 2, one that works, please. Alright guys, the whole purpose of this video is to trust your gear. We spend this money on this equipment, and you know, we believe that it's gonna level up our actual content and the quality of it, but are we actually trusting the gear? Okay, this is where we have to put our ego to the side, at least myself, is I gotta trust the gear that is telling me the best moves or the best thing to do in that situation. And of course, you know, make my own decisions at that moment. But if the drone is flying and letting me know it's gonna head back home, I should trust it instead of saying, I can drive it back home, I got this. Alright guys, if you found this video useful in any way, I do ask that you guys subscribe, give this video a like, and share it with a friend. If you guys have any questions, drop a comment down below, and I should see you guys in 1 week. Alright you guys, find your happiness. Peace.